it's insane. Even Cav Clash 7, whenever that's going to be announced, you know, it's insane. It genuinely is.
Yep. So now we see another one of these games at our regional 6.7. The purple guy versus Yeast.
Yup. And this is, both these guys are in like the same like friend group, MBS. So this is going to be a team kill. I'm also part of that friend group. Very unfortunate to see both these guys go up against each other. But that means you can say that these guys have played against each other a lot. They understand each other very, very well. But Squidplumber, his Simon, his Belmonts are a thing to watch. It is genuinely a sight to behold.
I always talk about the iconic moment where I'm pretty sure it was Riddles or Shuton down-aired a Pikmin or whatever it was.
Yep.
And it was iconic. But you know who's also iconic? Yeast with his forward smashes. But let's not forget that this guy didn't get this far playing Richter Belmont because it's easy. He's that good. And we're going to see that very soon.
One of the best Belmonts in the US, in the country, in the world. Like, it's insane what he's doing.
Thank you, Poisonous Paint, for the Twitch Prime subscription.
Humble.
You have now joined the KML crew, and we'll be seeing you with no ads on the Twitch stream. If you want no ads as well, feel free to give us a Twitch Prime at your leisure.
Yeah, and he's trying to bring this to an ad right now, getting these combos off. Really interesting up B coming out from Squidplumber. But these air dodges have been very good going towards ledge, mixing up, going back onto the platforms as well. They're, you know, on the same stock, but Yeast, you know, whoa!
You take a look at those moments right there, the fade back.
Again!
You can't keep missing those, chat. What do we say? No tech zone? This needs to be a tech zone. We need to find them and bring them to this zone because you can't let a character, one of the strongest forward smashes in the game, get you missing your techs. Not good.
It's insane how early that move can kill. Like, literally, center stage will kill at like 70%.
I mean, you see the animation that Brawler does. They have to recoil. They have to breathe in after doing that punch. It's so damn hard.
That fist expands. Yeah. It's insane. But let's see if Squidplumber has an answer back. He's doing a very good job of, you know, playing this matchup. Whoa! Getting the holy water.
Crossing to the other side, saying, hope you don't mind if I hop over you here. Takes care of that stock. It is now surprisingly about to become even once more.
Yeah. We had Yeast playing up against an impenetrable wall, right, against Rap, but now this is a different kind of wall, right? When you're going against Squidplumber. You have to worry about these whips, these aerials, side B coming out, you know, even axes really do pose a threat. Holy water, of course, essential to their kit. Speaking of essential to the kit, the Thumper not going to kill. Really good back here to catch that holy water as well. Probably going to throw it down. Really good tether cancel to try and come back. This is going to get the re-grab into that down air. You can't really be going for all those mix-ups.
I always tell Squid, the planking is good if your opponent's actually within the range of it. Instead, if you're just doing some funny ledge gimmicks, Yeast is just going to walk up and say, no, I don't care about any of that.
Gets that spike.
Get your head cracked.
Yep. Nutcracker. We're getting to that season right now.
What's this? What's that music I hear? Is that house preview? We must be going to the land of Animal Crossing as we enter into the second game.
And not a bad stage for Squidplumber either, right? If you're going on the Smashville, you close the distance. Granted, Yeast might actually like this a little bit more because now Squidplumber doesn't have a lot of space to escape to, but Squidplumber has moves that literally hit from across the stage, right? So it's like, this is a really good stage for both of these guys. Whether or not Squidplumber is able to capitalize on this counter pick, we're not too sure, but Yeast getting a lot of damage off into that spike!
Is that Mario? Up air into spike? Who is this?
Forward aerial.
That's what I'm saying. It said this time, Brawler said, let's just cut out the busy work, down aerial, into the down. Now, speaking of down, Squidplumber is, and hopefully they can make this comeback, get a little bit of space. I'm not sure about the Smashville pick now that I'm seeing how quickly Yeast can close the gap and start putting the fist to face.
Yeah, I don't really know if, wow, really good holy water right there, but I don't really know if it's more or so a stage thing rather than just a player that's so consistent with hitting his stuff, speaking of consistency, getting that up air off. You know, Yeast, he finds these kills, these combos very, very often, but the flaw in Yeast's gameplay is that he really relies on the same stuff. Like, he has very similar setups. When he lands with the nair, he just goes for a spot dodge like you see right there. So Squidplumber has to keep that in mind, and most players actually do have to keep that in mind, that sure, Yeast is going to get his combos off, get these early kills, but catch him at disadvantage, catch him at how he lands, and boom, like, you know, he really struggles.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, one thing about that sort of telegraphness is that that's a problem that Richter Belmont does not share.
Nope.
Constantly throwing out these ambiguous holy waters. Oh my goodness, that air dodge could have been the end of your life. But yes, ambiguous air dodges, those whip angles, everything is not telegraphed, which makes for a good way to make it back against these more streamlined characters.
Ooh, I like that holy water, finally understanding that he can't really go for that, you know, that cross to try and get a mix-up off. Just got to go for the easy stuff, but bouncing off of the shield into that up B. He's going to take that alley-oop right there and take hit stock number 2.
You see the leisurely way that Simon and Richter bounce off anything they land on, just nonchalantly floating into the air.
Bang!
Yeat does not care about any of that and is still surviving the iconic...
Dang.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of surviving, Squid might
What?
not be up being out of fear and desperation, but getting back into it. 76%, almost like 67, but the other way around. Hopefully they can still make it back, but it's not going to be in this game as we enter into game number 3.
And we see Squidplumber going for that run back as well. He's confident that he can do something on this stage, but on a monoplat that's so small, again, you close the distance, sure. But I think Yeat just gets so much more off of this closer space, and having that monoplat as well to get your combos off, the fact that he's killing at any percent, it's insane.
And it's one of those things where I'm sure Town and City's banned, I'm sure Kalos is banned, but is there no larger stage, maybe even PS2, that we could go to? I know that the platforms are good or bad, you know, if you're playing against me, Brawler, but is it better than this?
I'm honestly not too sure, because it's like, now with the monoplat, Yeat kind of has to reconsider how he approaches aerially. He can't really land on that platform. He, you know, could get hit by Axe. He could get hit by, you know, the cross as well. If Squidplumber is up to it, gets that holy water off on that platform. So it really is tough, because this is limiting a lot of these movement options from Yeat. You're not really seeing him land on that platform. Rather, he's going onto the sides. So it's really tough for Yeat to come down, but again, he's finding these hits every single time. Squidplumber hasn't really been able to pose much of an anti-aerial threat against Yeat.
Yeah, I think we're finally seeing how this stage works. But unfortunately, we've already seen how this stage works for a certain bald-headed, smiley-face character, and that is going to be me, Brawler, on the side of Yeat, taking the first stock.
I think if I'm Squidplumber, I try and camp under that platform, right? Because when you're on that platform, you allow Yeat to go for these thupper kills. Like right there, right? He's going in with those flip kicks. He gets the right positioning, good forward smash coming out from Squidplumber, but he definitely needs to play under that platform just a tad bit more. He's not doing it enough.
Right, because one thing about that platform, it prevents the approach of falling nairs, which you see Yeat is such much of a fan of, trying to approach with that pretty much universal combo aerial there. And as we can see here, getting on that platform, I feel like the smaller platforms of PS2 prevent things like that from happening.
Sniper
Lining it up. Lining it up.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of lining it up,
Ooh,
thank goodness
really
that
good.
whipped there on the side of Squidplumber. Still potentially hanging on to tournament life here, because keep in mind, chat, this is losers. Whoever's gone here is gone from the tournament.
Yeah, and I can kind of see why Squidplumber doesn't also want to stay under those platforms, because the moment that Yeat gets a hit, he's now in position to die, right? So there's really so many things you have to consider with playing against me, Brawler. So I think
The tipper of the whipper looks like he's finally got the lead in this game. Hopefully it doesn't run out here as he gets forward aired. How many recovery options are there left?
Not too many. Now Yeat putting himself into that corner, answering back immediately with that back air, chasing down Squidplumber. And that's the thing, you just have to play that close quarters combat against a character like Belmont, whose really only option up close or out of shield is that up B. Oh, insane combo. Getting that up air, trying to catch another air
continue
dodge.
it.
Not getting much out of it, going for that down air. Gets hit with the nair into that suplex. Yeat gonna take some damage. Home, but Squidplumber trying to take this game home.
It's no thrupper, but that's definitely a good get-off-me move.
Uh-oh. You're under
Unfortunately,
platform.
unfortunately,
Oh my God.
it might be time for you to...
No!
Get out of the game, please!
The air dodge, not dead just yet. Getting that tether off into the down air. Go for the up.
Do you remember? Do you remember who down aired a Pikmin? That doesn't matter anymore, because Yeat got down aired 2 times in a row and sniped out of the air with the lumberjack axe.
And you just anticipate every Belmont and their mother going for that up.
That
right?
was Squidplumber's tournament life, and they aura farmed. They aura farmed on their literal last lifeline.
Yoink.
They don't do it like this anymore. They don't do it like this anymore.
And what a call out from Squidplumber, keeping himself alive in this tournament. Can he make the reverse 3-0 over Yeat? Only time will tell. As we go into Hollow Bastion.
This
now,
is the scariest thing I've ever seen, because if you know me, Brawler, you know this stage is their lifeline. They love it. It's beautiful. That ceiling is as low as FD, tied for the lowest ceiling in our competitive rule set.
Yeah, and it's a very similar stage in regards to format of Smashville, right? It's just having that ceiling doesn't really benefit Squidplumber too much, who's probably going to be killing a little bit more horizontally than he is vertically. He's looking for that stuff. Go for the axe, gonna die? No, you're alive?
Yeah, understand that the Belmonts are chunky, heavy characters. Their movement's a little more, what's the word? Clunky, because they come from that 8-bit game where these heavy characters can barely jump.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean that they can't barely kill. Not even needing to go off the stage to finish that, just couldn't recover. Now, I honestly think, despite this stage being better for killing off the top for me, Brawler, it might be better because of the amount of space that Squidplumber gets to run away and set things up from.
You gotta watch out. Really good recovery still. Ledge planking a little bit more, does not want to play up close. Not getting that grab, but does get the down tilt off. And Squidplumber's playing
desperation insane. There. That forward smash, who was that meant for?
Casper the Friendly Ghost, even though it is past Halloween.
Oh, ho,
ho. Gets that up B off. Squidplumber playing defensively so much better than he is.
Now we're seeing Squidplumber at 146%, still managing to survive despite everything.
What a back throw. Dude, his setups with Holy Water have been insane. But speaking of setups, Yeat getting that thumper off as well. This has been an amazing set for both these guys. Trying to go for the up tilt, doesn't get it. Yeat answering with that back here, but gets a little bit too antsy.
That's what I'm saying. You see the desperation start showing with these very desperate falling nairs into suplexes. That's not a combo. That's not going to work. And you can't keep whiffing these grabs. You have to wait for Squidplumber to actually have a gap in the attack pattern.
Oh, that actually hit because of the up tilt, extending the hurt box of Yeat. Trying to go for these up airs, finally gets the hit, but Squidplumber able to avoid these so well, whether it's DI, getting these jumps off air dodges. Contrary to what we saw against Rap, right? I mean, having a character with better air drift essentially allows you to do stuff like that. But getting that up B, once again, just not killing us at 189. Right. At some point, if you're Squidplumber, you gotta ask, when am I gonna kill?
Well, the answer might be, thankfully not now. You don't want you don't want me, Brawler, with rage like that. A character who specifies in killing early. You've got to wrap up this stock now. It doesn't matter if it's another 2 or 3 up Bs or maybe even a forward throw. It needs to be wrapped up now before it's too late.
I mean, Brawler can find kills here. That nair, holy crap, almost killing. But yeah, no, you're me, Brawler. You can find kills. Flashing Mach Punch, you got back air. You even got Thrupper going for the forward throw. Actually goes for the up throw. Interesting.
Yep, seeing if you can get maybe a nice Thrupper on the return landing, but maybe it's going to be a forward throw like I said before. Yeat, get him out of there.
I get it. His name is Yeat.
Funny and clever. But speaking of clever, it's time to start ledge camping again. Yeah. And thankfully, we've recovered back 127 on Squidplumber here. He's looking for a way in. Look at this. It's like a deer in the head. It's like, where's my mother? How do I get home? Can't find a way in.
You can't really land. Oh my God! Like I said, you can't really land without neutral air. So having one move over and over again, eventually it's going to get called out. And Squidplumber,
oh my goodness! Where am I? What's going on? All of a sudden, I was flashing a Mach Punch, and then someone hit me in the face with a whip.
Here comes a giant chip magic. No!
And do you see how quickly, Jellyfish, this went from almost going down 0-3 to a Game 5? Watch out!
Indiana Jones style.
Exactly. You've seen that one Indiana Jones clip with the funny whip guy who's throwing all these funny swords around. Indiana's like, yeah, I've got a gun in my pocket. You're done
Bang!
for. Yeah.
Absolute
Game 5.
Bullet to the gut right there. Can this be the gut wrencher for Yeat, or can he maximize on having that 2-game lead? We're back onto Hollow Bastion, not a bad stage, but we saw what Squidplumber was able to do on stage on these monoplats. I'm actually kind of surprised that Yeat is bringing him back to the stage.
You think this would be, oh my goodness, saying I love fire, delicious, yum, 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 yum. But I think that Yeat might be suffering a little bit of a demoralization from taking someone to your counterpick and getting absolutely mixed up on the stage you took them to.
For sure, getting these up tilts off. Good back air, mixing up from that Thrupper that he tends to go for. The up tilt clashing with that down, and you're not dead! Okay, gets the down smash. You send him off stage. That's good. How can you get this kill? Go for the down air.
I
Squidplumber's
swore
getting
that
a little
could have
bit.
been a back air.
Yeah, he's panicking a little bit with these moves, and he's gonna bite the bullet for it as he gets hit with that thumper.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where I know you feel like you're winning and like, you know, you're in a comfy spot, but never, ever, I mean never get complacent against me Brawler because they can kill you in a flash.
You're getting that forward air off to get the kill, bringing it back to fairly even percents, but we've seen just the kill power, the kill ability of, you know, me Brawler really play it.
Oh, time! Chat! You ever play ping pong? You ever pass it to your opponents and they pass it back and you say, let me finish this off? Because Squidplumber doesn't need a friend to play ping pong. They can do it all on their own.
Humble tipper coming out there, and this is Squidplumber's chance to really get into top 8. Getting a lot of damage off. Yeat seems flustered. He's air dodging. He's hit with that grab. Look for that back air!
Thankfully, still surviving. Yeat, if you want this, you must lock in. You almost 3-0'd them at the start of this game. You have to find that fire and rekindle it because you can't let it go down like this.
Gets hit with that nair. You're so close, almost getting that up smash off as well. Yeat, again, playing very, very desperate, looking for a kill, but this is a really good forward tilt to mix it up. Gets that dash strike as well, looking for some sort of an edge guard. Not hitting it, Squidplumber able to get back onto stage. Not what you want, going for the up B.
You can see in the player cam, Yeat wants this so badly, but he can't let desperation get to him. And there we go. That's what it looks like when you don't let desperation get to you. Tournament stock.
Glory.
120% on Yeat. Oh my God! Your life still alive. Chat, have you ever seen the meme? You messed up. You should have killed me. Hopefully that does not become the truth for the sake of Squidplumber.
The up B. Is he gonna throw it?
Kill. That is a false flag. Never believe that kill screen.
You gotta watch out. How do you recover? Able to do so. Yeat, all it takes is one hit. All it takes for Squidplumber is one hit as well. Goes for the down air.
No, there it is, chat! Squidplumber completing the reverse 3-0 on Yeat. Chat, it is never over. It is exactly, chat. Anyone who has ever wronged you, they're wrong. That's right.
What an absolute set, and reasonably popping off there. An amazing Game 5. To really capitalize just how good Squidplumber was playing there, right? Being able to go down from 0-2 is not an easy task. It is mentally taxing, it is physically taxing. Squidplumber, from the depths of hell, somehow makes it out into top 8.
And keep in mind, Jellyfish, the literal last tournament game that Squidplumber played was on a last stock situation, and they won that last stock situation into a complete reverse 3-0. It's never over, chat. It is never over. You're 0-3 or going down, getting 3-stock by an opponent on Elite Smash, you keep playing that game because all it takes is one.
Yes. And, you know, those games, it's never over until it says game. It genuinely is never over. It's never over when that set count goes to 3 or 2 to one person. You keep on fighting until the end. Squidplumber showing his tenacity, showing his grit in his hometown, in his own region.